Of the wild creatures I've filmed, the face of the Atlantic puffin stands out vividly. I'm David Brown, a producer and cameraman for the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. Atlantic puffins nest on Maine's Eastern Egg Rock. They share the 7-acre island with laughing gulls, black guillemots, and nearly 1,400 pairs of common, Arctic, and endangered roseate terns. Dr. Steve Kress of Audubon invited sound recordist Ian Fine and I to spend 2 days filming and recording on the island. We had beautiful birds everywhere, but we had to focus on our primary goal, documenting puffins for the Cornell Lab's Museum of Animal Behavior. Working in those crowded breeding colonies, it's hard to believe that hunters, in search of eggs, feathers, and meat, stripped Eastern Egg Rock of these beautiful birds by 1887 and wiped out terns here by 1936. This is the world's first restored seabird colony. Dr. Kress and his team pioneered recolonization techniques here in the 1970s, using decoys to get puffins imported from Newfoundland to breed here. Decoys were also used to attract terns, along with audio recordings to simulate the shrieking chaos of an active tern colony. Terns nested on Eastern Egg Rock in 1980, and 5 breeding puffin pairs nested in 1981 after nearly 100 years of absence. The methods developed here are now used worldwide to bring back lost seabird colonies. Having field researchers on the island keeps these colonies safe from expanding populations of predatory gulls. Only 4 to 5 of these researchers camp on Eastern Egg Rock at a time. Accommodations include small tents, an outhouse, and the Egg Rock Hilton, a solar-powered research station serving as both kitchen and conference room. The camp's placed amidst thousands of screaming terns, and the roof of the Hilton provides a great observation platform from which to watch them bring a constant supply of fish to their ravenous chicks. Researchers always leave camp as a group to reduce disturbance to the birds. They spend countless hours in blinds, observing and counting birds going about the serious business of producing and raising their young. Sunrise brings a fantastic chance for us to spend time with the puffins. These numbers painted on granite boulders mark the burrows in which these monogamous birds raise young year after year. Puffins are great swimmers, catching sand lance, hake, and herring down to 200 feet and lining them up in their bills to bring ashore for their young. They can fly in air and water with wings adapted to move in both worlds. The birds preen to keep their feathers in good condition for flying and for protection from the icy waters in which they dive. They make various social displays, such as head flicking, an abrupt toss of the head accompanied by a grunting sound. Billing is a behavior that reinforces pair bonds, formed and maintained over a lifespan of 30 years or more. Standing here 30 years ago, we would have been extraordinarily lucky to sight a single native puffin or nesting tern. Today, everyone can enjoy this remarkable restoration, knowing that this hopeful story can replay wherever people are dedicated to wildlife conservation. Biologists in a dozen countries have used methods first tested here to restore more than 40 different species of rare seabirds. The effort of Steve Kress and Audubon's Project Puffin created the chance for these charismatic little birds to again be part of this ecosystem. Our opportunity this trip included a crystal clear morning with 40 puffins surrounding us, a chance to experience a small, restored piece of an older, wilder world.